What's going on, guys? I'm Toxic Jordan. Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be taking on the Super Int stage of Super Battle Road versus Extreme Tech here. We went for a youth category team. Got some fun options on this team, led by this Int Gotenks. Actually, the star of the team for me is this Xenopan. She is so good. Her kit is awesome. The main ability she has here, though, is dodging. Um, So as I've been doing in a lot of the previous runs for these early Super Battle Road stages, as I'm throwing in some fun dodging teams. It's a cool mechanic that's hit or miss, no pun intended. Um, but yeah, it is kind of cool to use on these older stages. Just see like you see that we're already dodging super attacks, which is super nice. But if we do get hit by them, it's not going to be run ending. We'll just take a chunk of it'll take a chunk of HP off. So these are definitely very beatable with dodging teams, which is honestly a strat that I recommend if you're newer or struggling with some of these harder events, some of the older harder events. Dodging is definitely a good tactic for these Super Battle Road stages. Alright, so one unfortunate thing about our leader, this Int Gotenks, is that he actually has to build up. On third turn, he can transform into a Super Saiyan form, and then on fifth turn, he can transform into a Super Saiyan 3 form. But getting even just to the third turn in these fights has proven to be a challenge because the enemies don't go down so quickly. And as you can see here with our additional attacks, hidden potential system coming in clutch for us, finishing off this fight in 2 turns. We aren't even able to get a transformation on this Gotenks. And that's where he's really able to shine, is once he transforms. So we're probably not going to be seeing much from him in these stages. We did also bring the Int LR Gohan. Unfortunately, he was 7th slot for us, so we didn't get to see him at all in that first fight. But he's going to be really good. He's a nuker, so the more orbs we'll be picking up with him, the better. The higher attack stats he'll be putting out. He also builds ki. Every time he gets ki, he gets extra ki. So he's going to be getting ultra supers left and right, even though he doesn't link the best with a lot of the characters on this team. He should still be okay as far as ki is concerned. Alright, and another supers. Pan get the dodge here. She does, which is super clutch. We've probably saved ourselves a solid 200k HP just off of her dodges alone, which is really nice. Alright, go on, coming in with the big attack, finishing off Frieza. And he is able to tank very well after supering. He gets a lot of defense on supers, so as long as we have him slot 2, he will be a really good tank for us. Alright, so a few attacks in the first slot here. No pan on rotation, unfortunately, but that should be okay. Alright, and then we collect a bunch of Int and Rainbow Orbs for a good heal there. That Gotenks and Ghost card is going to be good for our healing. Heals with Rainbow Orbs, I believe 3,000 HP per Rainbow Orb. So yeah, that is going to be very useful for us. Going for the no item runs here, you have to be very careful of chip damage, because if you're taking, 10k on normals, and that keeps happening over and over, you can find yourself in a precarious spot to where a super attack could take you out if the wrong unit gets hit. So, even though these older Super Battle Road stages are easy, they're certainly not free. You do have to still be a little bit careful. Luckily, we've got a lot of dupes in a lot of these units because a lot of them are older, so they are able to maximize their power. All right. So we've got Kid Goku finishing off that fight, heading on to the androids fight. Having Pan there in that first slot is going to be so good for us. I imagine we're about to dodge some more super attacks here, so we'll see. We're getting a big ol' attack stat for LR Gohan there. Tons of orbs just collected, which is nice. Alright, and we dodge another super. I believe that's the 3rd super she's dodged. 1 per fight so far, which is super helpful. And she gets the crit and an additional 2 million attack stat on that. This is, and then another dodge, and another dodge. This is, and then taking 22 damage when she gets hit. This is, like, that's what I'm saying about the Xenopan. She's really good. Definitely my favorite unit on this team, for sure. Alright. Kid Gohan able to tank after supering, building up his defense. Alright, and then all Gotenks turn here. This is nice. We'll get our buddy Gotenks to show out for us. Not a ton of orbs collected on the Gotenks and Ghosts, so we weren't able to fully heal there, or he's probably not going to have the highest attack stat either. Getting the additional, which is nice. Should be able to finish him off here. And we do. Alright, so just the one enemy left. I don't think we're able to finish him off here, like I said, because we didn't get enough orbs to get a really high attack stat, and these Gotenks are not transformed, so they're not putting out their highest potential either. So we have a little sliver of health here, and of course they get to attack right there in the first slot. That happens so much on Super Battle Road, I've noticed, where the enemy has just a little bit of health left, and then they get that slot 1 first thing they get to attack. Luckily there for us it wasn't a super attack. We didn't actually dodge it, so it would have been interesting to see how much Pan takes that for, if it was a super attack. Pan finishing it off there, and moving on to the final fight against Bojack and the gang. No Pan on rotation, which is a little scary, just because we have a lot of attacks to deal with here. I opted to put Gotenks in the first slot there. He does have a stun chance, so we are focusing down Bojack in hopes to stun him. None of these units can do enough damage that I think we're going to be able to, like, take him out this turn. But yeah, hoping for the stun to get rid of those 3 or 4 attacks that he's got in those middle slots there. No stun on that first attack, so we are going to take a super here. But only for 46k, which isn't terrible. That is definitely less than I was expecting it was going to be. It was after he super attacked though, so he had a little defense raise. And there's the stun we were looking for. Unfortunately, too little too late. He did already get to super attack us. Alright, Gohan putting down the extra damage on him. Not able to finish him off, and we have to take a super from Zangia as well. So health looking the lowest that it has, but that is no problem. So we're kind of close to the Dokkan attack here, but I don't think we're going to get it this turn. So we decided to focus on Gokua there, just because he had full HP. It would have been a waste of an attack to just finish off Bojack there. So we switched back to Bojack for Pan. Since we got such a large attack stat with LR Gohan, he's going to be able to one-shot whatever enemy he wanted to. So yeah, we're sliver away from the Dokkan attack there. We don't quite get it. 5 million attack stat coming in here with the LR Gohan. This guy would be more meta relevant if he was, if he had a little more defense at the start of turn. He's still got decent defense after supering. It's just if he had that extra punch of defense, he might even be usable in like the red zone. But yeah, he just can't quite tank that well. He's looking pretty good in these stages, but that's because the enemies don't hit very hard. So yeah, if we were to bring him into something harder, he probably wouldn't be usable, which is why I chose to use him here. And same thing for a lot of these units. A lot of them are, you know, falling into A tier or B tier at this point. They're not, you know, quite the S tier units that they used to be when they first released. So just getting some little fun runs on them now before the anniversary hits, and I'm not able to use them anymore. All right, so we finally get that transformation with our friend lead, and he's able to get the Dokkan attack here on the very last turn, which I believe is going to finish off the fight for us. So that's exciting. We were able to see at least one transformation with the Gotenks. All right. Nice, very cool attack stats. I actually didn't pull this guy for a few years after he came out, so I haven't seen those attack stats much, or those attack animations much. Alright, and that is Super Int, Super Battle Road versus Extreme Tech beaten. Just under 10 minutes there with our youth team. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will catch you all in the next one. Peace.